Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and if you're at all averse to really bad language and swearing, lots of that, there's going to be lots of that in this video, lots of it. If you're averse to anger, rage, or YouTube being dickheads, then I suggest you turn the video off right away and go somewhere else, because this is going to be me getting angry. And I don't really get angry. If you see my spore videos, that's me getting mildly annoyed. This is me getting angry. And it's not going to be pretty. So really, if you're at all even slightly delicate about those things, then just go. It's for your own good. I've been having some fun. The content ID stuff. You know that fucking update that YouTube put in to piss everyone off? Well, if you don't know what it's about, then I don't know what you've been doing, but the Content ID update basically flags anything, anywhere, for anyone, and, makes it theirs until you can prove otherwise. And, even if you do prove otherwise, sometimes it doesn't, and it's all takes away the money that you're meant to be earning on the thing while they claim it, and then doesn't give it back to you if you're right. So if I say make a video and then someone claims it, completely fraudulently, deliberately claims it, knowing that they're not the actual owner, and I'm like, oh, it's not yours, and then they wait until the month is over, and then I get it back. They earn my month's revenue, and they get to keep it. It's such a fucking retarded system that you can just claim someone's shit that is theirs, have the money, and go, fuck you. People have been setting up false bloody companies and stealing money. They've done it to Kevin MacLeod before now, the guy who, all the YouTubers use the bloody music for. Nerdcube's been having a problem with a company called Valve claiming video of Portal, despite the fact Valve say that it's okay, and then Valve contacted him and said, yeah, it's not us claiming it. Someone calling themselves Valve has claimed it. YouTube say they can't trust YouTubers, so they're using the Content ID system. But the Content ID system is being misused. The very fucking copyright, the system that's meant to make sure the copyright is all perfectly legit, is being abused to breach copyright by people who have breached copyright, people to steal copyright, people to steal things. Just no! It is such a whole mess. I needed to make this video because A, I needed to rage and rant and just needed to do this, and secondly because every time at the moment I'm trying to sit and I'm trying to get the will to do a video, I'm just sitting here going, but YouTube will just get 45% of my, whatever money I get for it, and it'll probably get claimed, and then I'll have to try and fight a claim, and I just can't face doing videos at the moment because I know YouTube is going to claim them, and I know I'm supporting YouTube being a shit, and I've spent, I had yesterday off because the weekend I spent doing Star Quest and doing the co-pilot video series. And I spent a long time on Star Quest, but I've got some music that I paid for. I paid a license for. I actually had to buy a physical license. I paid the money, and I bought a license for it. And it's brilliant music. But I've used it all the way through Star Quest, and so has Ha from Hot Gaming. But no! That's being claimed! Actually, the studio who make the music are actually really nice, because I emailed them saying, look, it's getting beyond ridiculous. I've had about 7 claims for your music. 3 of them on the same bloody video, and they email back saying, oh, I'm sorry about this, blah 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 blah, yeah, we'll contact the people who are doing this and tell you to put them on the whitelist so you don't get flagged again. So in theory I shouldn't be flagged now for that, but it shouldn't be happening in the first place. I shouldn't have lost whatever revenue I would have got on those, and I shouldn't be having to deal with sending emails, sorting out who's to blame, checking up on companies, check if they're legit, sending out dispute things. And here's a kicker. YouTube, when you flag something as, we're copyright ID claiming this, and, someone successfully disputes it, YouTube doesn't give you the rights back. YouTube makes it unmonetized, so that they get all the revenue, hoping you won't notice. It doesn't even default to the thing it was before. It doesn't say, oh, you've disputed it, let's just put it back to how it was before. No! It changes it to unmonetized. So I have to go back through my back catalogue. I've had over 10% of my videos flagged now. Over 10% of my entire videos. All have been flagged. And that's just in a week. And now I have to go back every time I have to dispute. I have to write a dispute. I have to claim this dispute. I get the email from YouTube. Sorry, then I have to wait. Some of them I'm still waiting for. And then I have to go through, once they've, allowed it, go back through the back catalogue and find it and then remonetize it. And at the same time, I'm going to have to contact the people who are disputing my stuff to try and get them to not dispute it in the future and send emails. And the creators of this stuff are really nice. Indie companies have been getting together. And there's such a camaraderie between YouTubers and indie companies over this, saying, look, thank you for all of this, blah, blah, blah. We know you're doing great publicity. Who is claiming this shit? It's a bloody robot doing the claims and your disputes. When you write a dispute, that's reviewed by a robot. It isn't reviewed by a person. So if I write, I have a license for this, how does the robot know I have a license for this? Can the robot even read English? Can it read the word license? No! If I say, oh, this is fair use, how does a robot know fair use? If you can make me a robot that knows fair use, you would be a genius, because you wouldn't have need for judges or juries or courts, because you could get robots to do the fucking legal system. Let me share with you some of the fun that I've been having. And this is not even the tip of the iceberg, because I've had like a dozen or maybe 10 claims, or about 8 to 10 claims for this music that I had the license for, and I contacted the creator and they were lovely and helped sort it out, and hopefully it shouldn't be claimed anymore. We'll see. But, this is what I'm dealing with just today. So if we pop over to... Yeah, let's do my copyright IDs first. Here we go. 2 videos currently I'm having an ID dispute over. This one here, Kerbal Universe one, I left some background music on during that, and normally I turn the background music off. And I'm really pissed about all this because I take extreme care, because I've always known about these copyright issues with YouTube, and I became YouTube fairly recently, and I've always been careful to turn music off in the background, etc. Except it counts as fair use, because the fair use is part of the game. Therefore, if it's demonstrating the game, it's fair use because it's part of the game. Anyway, I forgot to turn the music off in this series. It's very quiet in the background, because it's quite thematic anyway, so it sets the scene quite nicely. And I've had 2 of these for this series. One of them got allowed and released within a couple of days of it happening, 3 days. This one's been in a week and still hasn't got released. It got claimed at the same time as well, within a few hours. So one has been seen within a day and got released, and this one has been around for a week and still not getting touched. But here's the best one. Batman Arkham Origins, first impression review. It's a review. It's claimed from 0.1 second in as Warner Brothers content. It's review! You cannot claim fair use. Deliberately, written down, is to protect critique. It is in the law. American US law. It is not like, oh, video game, I'm playing it, it is fair use because it's a transformative nature, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Which is a fairly good argument, but, you have to make an argument. This is critique. I am critiquing it. I've talked entirely over the gameplay. You do not have the right to claim my review. Ironically, it's one of my less popular videos. A Batman video by Warner Brothers. Apparently. Because it's got fuck all to do with me. They deserve all the fucking money. Is my less popular video. So, screw you, Warner Brothers. I will have my review back. You will not get it. And if you say, oh, it's ours anyway, and, I have to risk a strike, which, I probably can't do, because risking a strike on YouTube is a big thing. Many networks won't allow you in with one strike. But you know what? I have a personal policy. If someone goes, no, it's ours, and ignores my ID claim, and I can't, contest it as a strike, I will delete the video. And I'm really sorry to you end users because it affects you. But I do not want to give in to the blackmail of these people who will deliberately troll your videos and claim stuff that isn't theirs just to get money out of it. I will not give them the satisfaction, and I will not give them the money because it makes it profitable for them, so more people will do it. I will not allow them to have a profitable enterprise out of it. So if they ignore my dispute and still claim it as theirs, and I can't risk a strike on that video, and I don't have enough firepower to go with it, I will delete the video. As I've had to do with World War K 02, my second ever video. I had to delete it because someone claimed that they owned something in it, like a sound effect or something, I think. A sound effect from a free repository. And I couldn't go, well, yes you do, or yes you don't, because they didn't show me that they had the rights to it. Who are you? I don't know who you are. You're not even a content creator. You're just some faceless corporation with a PR website. You cannot hold people accountable for it through the system. You cannot check people have the rights that they're saying they have through the system. And it is taking away your money. Whereas the creator probably created it. Not only should they change it so that it is money stays with you until it is proven that the other party is claiming correctly, but they should also make it much harder for people to claim. Because at the moment, everything is getting claimed. And it is taking me time to respond to all of this shit. So let's look at another one. This is a brilliant one because loads of KSP YouTubers are having this problem. So, lots of people playing Kerbal Space Program, lots of people have recorded gameplay of it. Even not proper YouTuber, even people who've just they've done a little mission and they're proud of themselves for doing their first mission. And, as you should be. Because, Kerbal Space Program, even if you're playing a game, you're actually learning stuff from it. Because it's, scientifically correct in a lot of aspects. So, people are posting videos of them doing this, doing that, and the other. And people are, like me, YouTubers who do it full time, posting videos of that. So let's have a look at what the fun is here. Now, the music in Kerbal Space Program, apart from the main theme, is done by Kevin MacLeod, who, I've mentioned before, does a lot of royalty-free music. And just says, oh, just attribute it. Just, link to me or, name me. And that's fine. I don't want any money for it. I don't want any money from you. Go ahead. He did the music for Kerbal Space Program. Many YouTubers, not me, because I turned the music off in Kerbal Space Program, are having them claimed by CD Baby. Apparently they used this piece of footage called Emily something or other Wood Chimes. Sounds suspicious, doesn't it? I don't remember any wood chimes in KSP. It's a bit weird. Wind chimes, not wood chimes, wind chimes. So I had a look, and I did some investigating, and here's the fun part. This Emily What's-Her-Face has taken one of Kevin MacLeod's tracks called Bathed in Light, added some chimes over the top, submitted it to CD Baby, selling it on Amazon, selling it through their store, without attributing Kevin MacLeod. Now, she's perfectly okay to take a Kevin song and to monetize it. You can do that. What you can't do is then take away the license it was originally under. Creative Commons 3 attribution license carries on. If I take a song from Kevin, I can't sell it without it containing the CC-free agreement. So, you cannot submit it to the Content ID database and then say, oh, you've used our music, even if it was her music, which it's not, it's Kevin's. Okay? Right. And she has to attribute it to Kevin and say clearly which parts are his and which parts are hers. She has not done so. Now, if you want to actually go and listen to his music piece side by side with her music piece, there is a link on my Twitter, and I would... Seriously, it is the same piece of music with some shitty wind chimes, with background noise. Literally, staticky, ambient background noise, plus some wind chimes. Over the top of it. It's literally a rip. Complete and utter bollocks. So, I contacted CD Baby over Twitter. Are you aware you're fraudulently claiming videos belonging to Chicken Keeper for having the royalty-free Kerbal Space Program music by Kevin MacLeod? If you're not signed up for a sync program, please click dispute and claim will go away. Would advise you contact Chicken Keeper, as one of your tracks is actually a remix of a CC-free attribution track by Kevin MacLeod, which cannot be resold without attribution and must also carry a CC-free attribution license, which is ineligible for Content ID. Also seems Hawk Gamer received the same claim as many other YouTubers. But we advise clients who use our royalty-free tracks not to sign up for a sync program because Content ID will pick up everything. That's not the issue. A, they can't sign up for Content ID at all, and they should be removed immediately. You are the people who hold this database, thus you are the one who has to remove it. Secondly, she's not attributing it on your website or on the people you are selling it to for her. Nice to know, but not the issue. You and your artist in breach of copyright. The tracking database has to be licensed under Creative Commons Attribution Free and is derivative of the original and must attribute the original track. There are the links, on my Twitter. Go find them, listen to them. I'm not going to play them now because, they'll say that this is theirs and they should monetize it. Note the lack of Creative Commons free attribution license. If any rights disputes, please email, and we can't handle any rights. I don't have a rights dispute because I don't own the rights. It's Kevin's. And Kevin can't go to everyone who steals his music. You are responsible for policing your own people, your own artists. If it comes to your attention that you are claiming money for tracks you have no right to be claiming for on YouTube or be reselling in a current state because they are not attributed, you cannot tell me that you're just going to, oh, please contact us by email. No, just say, if you just gave me some bullshit line like, oh, we'll look into it. That is a good response. That would be fine. We'll look into it. That overused line. Oh, well, yeah, we might do something, but yeah, okay, whatever. I would be happy if you said, we will look into it. But no, you're just going, oh, don't contact us by Twitter, just contact us by email. It's like you don't even care. Which you don't, because, but you should even pretend to care. You're meant to be the fucking PR people for the bloody company. So, Kevin himself jumps on it. Why are you, CD Baby, claiming my music in the first place? Unfortunately, YouTube's content ID system picks up everything, including Apple loops. I don't think any of those in KSP use Apple loops. Even if they were claiming Apple loops, there is no reason for Apple loops to be in the content ID system if Apple allows these to be used, which the point is to be used. CD Baby then say, please email us with the URLs and we will look into it. No! You do not email them with the individual URLs of each individual video so that they can take away the dispute. Or take away the dispute. No! You remove them from the fucking ID database. It is not meant to be covered. It is not meant to be in that database. It is not meant to be claimed. It is not yours to claim. It is not yours to sell, as it is not attributed currently. You should remove them from the database. It is your job to administer that database, as you are the one trying to claim it against people who've made videos, which Kerbal say are okay, which Kevin has said are okay. The creator of the music, the creator of the game. You have neither. You have no rights to this at all. So piss off. I would like to publicly name and shame each of the companies who are doing this. CD Baby, they are the one I know of. We should probably set up a list, and then we can all shame them publicly, because that's the best way to get these companies to do something, by actually making them public. Because the content aggregator companies like this, the people who do these claims, none of them make anything. They're all just doing it for their third parties. And the only way to take them accountable is to name and shame them, because no one knows who they are. Because you get a claim by a company, you don't know if the company owns the rights, because it's some fucking third party down a chain of 24 people from the actual creator, and you contact the creator and they're actually loved and go, I don't know why this is happening, you've actually got the rights to do it. Because that's my experience with every single one of my claims so far. And many other people's claims. But YouTube did this change, and they were going to make the change in January, and that's what telling all the networks. So, they should probably, pay attention to that and, address it. Maybe even let YouTubers know. So, today, a week after this started happening, a week, over 10% of my videos being claimed. I got a lovely email. Let's go find it. Hi from YouTube. You might have heard or been impacted by an increasing copyright claims made in your videos over the recent weeks. What's happening? It's a system for scanning videos for copyrighted content and giving content owners choices of what they want to do with them. Last week, we expanded the content to scan more channels, including those affiliated with multiple channels networks. As a result, some channels saw claims appear against their videos for audio or video content copyright holders. No! I have not seen them for audio video copyright holders. I've seen them for bullshit reasons. I've seen them for things that go against my fair use. I've seen them I've seen lots of fraudulent claims. Lots of them. I've seen them used against things I have rights for. Licenses. Paid licenses. I've seen them used against music that is royalty free. Keep in mind, one video may contain multiple copyrighted works, any of which could potentially result in a claim. For example, a record label may own music playing in the video, even in the background. A music distributor may own a game soundtrack, or a game publisher may own in-game cinematic content. No. If you're playing a cinematic only, maybe. But a game in a video would be transformative because I'm commentating and playing the game. In a review video, it is definitely transformative because it is critique, and critique is covered under copyright law. The music in the background is part of the game. If it is not being featured particularly, like I'm not just leaving the game on pause while listening to the music and not speaking, then yes, fine. But if we are using it as part of the game, and we are commentating on playing the game, you do not get to claim that music, because the music has been given to the game maker, and has given them rights to them, as part of the game. Thus, if I use the game transformatively, you do not get to make a claim against the music. It is a simple concept. Also, online rights are often resold to companies like music labels and aggregators. While you may not recognise the owner, this doesn't necessarily mean the claims are invalid. Yes, but how do I know the claims are valid? Because they're sold to an aggregator who claims against them on YouTube, called The Orchard Music. How the fuck do I know that The Orchard Music own the track that they're purporting to own? I don't. You don't. You don't do YouTube. You just let people do what they want to do. Oh, except for, content creators who, made your bloody site. You're all happy to get them screwed. When a claim is made, you'll see you have options, blah, blah, blah. It's important to know that claims won't impact your account standing. Tips for new videos. If you're creating videos of other people, remember the rights ownership can be complicated and different owners can do different policies. Be aware of the music. Many games allow you to turn off the background, blah, 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 blah. And if you're looking for music you can freely use and monetize, check out our audio library. I have heard of someone who used an audio library song having it claimed. I'm not even joking. I think it was someone in the KSP group or one of the streamers or someone. We know that we love what you do. You don't. You don't love what we do because you're deliberately going out of your way to destroy it. This is a week late. This email was sent out a week afterwards. And all it does is say what happened a week ago and how you can avoid it, which is a shitty excuse for how you can avoid it because it doesn't work. You should have sent this email out a week ago telling people what the changes were. No, better yet, you should have sent this email out a month ago telling people what the changes were going to fucking be. You don't send an email out saying, by the way, the horses have bolted. You go and you say, by the way, go lock the stable door because we're letting the horses out next week and, it might be a good idea if they didn't get out. This email doesn't acknowledge any faults in their system and it just lays the blame at the content creators in a very passive manner by going, oh, well, you should be more careful about your copyright. Every claim that I've seen, every claim that I have, they have all been either bullshit, deliberately fraudulent, by an aggregator against something I have the rights for, by something that's against my fair use rights, something I can't check because I don't know if the person who's claiming has the rights to do this. People have been using your system fraudulently. People have been doing this, that, and the other. YouTube. I'm a fairly new YouTuber. I have only been doing this, as a job since July. And I make very little money. I make just enough to get by. I make enough that it's, a little bit taxing to be able to buy Christmas presents for people. And you decided that this month is a brilliant month to roll at this without notifying people and try and steal their money. If any of you have actually managed to sit through to this stage in the video, I'm really sorry. The last few days, well, Monday and today, I was going to try and get out enough videos and get some stuff done. I had some backlog for Christmas because 5 days over Christmas, I'm going to my parents because, it's more fun than spending Christmas alone. And I was going to be away from any sort of real internet connection because they live out in the sticks where, they've only just invented the fucking wheel. So I wasn't going to be near internet. And, it'd be quite nice to get away from this shit. So I was going to be building up a backlog today and tomorrow and yesterday. And the next few days I was going to be trying to get a video out each day and also try and maybe make another one that I could use like a backlog video so that it could get uploaded and it could get released while I was away. Yesterday I made no videos because I decided to have the day off after working all on the StarMade stuff and because I was too pissed off at these changes. Today I had to be working. I knew I was going to work. I was going to have to work. But I've had more claims today. I had the fucking Warner Brothers claim. I had emails. I had CD Baby saying that shit. I have spent hours on this. Hours. Are you going to pay me for my time, YouTube? So, everyone who watches my channel, I love you guys to bits. Like, working on the StarQuest last episode, it was horrible to edit. There was lots of editing needed to be done. The server bugged out completely. There were lots of bugs and glitches, and like Goldfish died. He was going to be in it. But, you know, I managed to power on and get it released when it was going to be released. So I managed to hit the release time. And you all loved it. And that made me really happy. It made it worthwhile. And, you know, you guys really are amazing. I like to think I police my comments well enough that, you know, anyone who, you know, comments tends to be fairly reasonable, you know, except the fact that none of you read the description. Or some of you do. Large numbers of you just don't read the description when you ask what mods I use. Come on, there's a description. That's what it's for. And also, no one seems to understand that 2.3 minutes is 2 minutes 18 seconds because, you know, seconds are base 60 for going into minutes. So, you know, that's a weird thing. But anyway, you guys are generally pretty damn okay. Like, on my StarQuest video, you're all commenting saying, oh, this is great, can we have a season 2, blah, 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 blah. It just makes me feel like this is exactly, you know, the reason I do this stuff. It's not because I earn reams of money, because I don't earn reams of money. I really don't earn reams of money. It's because you've probably put the camera on. It's because you guys like what I do, and I like being able to give some entertainment value. But right now, I feel absolutely no reason, well, apart from that reason, but I feel, you know, there's so many reasons against it just because I'm hating doing it now. I'm hating looking forward to the YouTube strikes more. I'm hating the fact that YouTube are going to earn 45% of whatever each video makes, and they're not going to care. They're not providing a service to us anymore. They're just hosting videos. They're not even hosting the videos for us. They're hosting the videos for their aggregators. I'm sorry if this means, you know, for the next few days there might not be a video, and for 5 days over Christmas there might not be videos either. Because right now, I would much rather take a couple of days and just not have to deal with YouTube being incompetent. Because there's a company that makes, what, $5 billion or something, I heard. Angry Joe tweeted or something in 1 year. Just YouTube, not Google, YouTube apparently. According to Angry Joe, that is. I haven't checked the source. You don't half hire some massive idiots. Your UI is broken on the site. There are big problems on there. Like, because I used to be a UI designer very briefly. User interface, for those who don't know, the you know, the front end stuff, the stuff you know looks pretty. Problems, breaks, issues, adverts not playing, adverts freezing, videos not changing resolution, not being able to upload thumbnails that are, you know, actually 1080p, despite the fact you say upload a 1080p thumbnail, because you only allow like a 1 megabyte file size for the thumbnail, and, you know, most 1080p image files are like, you know, 2.5 megabytes. It's just the ability to not edit the information on multiple videos while they're queued to be uploaded. The ability to not post to Facebook business pages, only to personal pages, which I'm sure as hell not going to do. The fact you push Google Plus, you know, I can see that from a business point of view why you did it. You wanted people using Google Plus because it sucked, and you were like, well, no one's using it. Why they're not using it? Oh, because it sucks. I know. How do we get people using it? People use YouTube. Let's move them over. Fine, I can understand there's a business decision. It's a shit decision. It fucks over your user base. You ruined the system. You implemented it badly. Those are the problems. And also, you know, Google Plus is shit. But right now, it is impossible to do my job. Because, as I've shown you, you know, the Kerbal Universe videos, one of them got allowed after a day, the other one's still sitting there for a week. If this is what happens after January, and I start uploading series on a regular basis, okay, they can take up to a month to go through. So that video could be sitting there for a month trying to get ID'd. I could be waiting a month to try and get you a video after the last one. So you could be like, you know, if I was doing Kerbal Origins every Friday, for instance, say that was the problem, and, you know, Kerbal Origins comes out Friday, you're like, oh yeah, looking forward to the next Friday. Doesn't come. 5 weeks later it comes. Because the content ID system has ID'd it. And even, though I am right to try and dispute it, it takes a month to get back. You have to wait 5 weeks for my regular series. In that time, I've made other videos and just can't do them because it's a series. You need to watch that one before. And this can happen each time. So instead of a 1 week gap, it could be a 5 week gap. Unless I plan like a week ahead or, a month ahead to be fair. So if I planned a month ahead, but, a week ahead to be sure, I can't react to your comments. I can't check what you like and you dislike. I can't check your feedback. I can't, because you'll be reacting to content that I've already made the sequel for. Because I will be seeing responses a week after I've done it, and thus I've already made the other stuff, the things since. Running a series like Kerbal Origins every week is relatively slow on YouTube. So things like my RimWorld videos, which I've started doing batches, which I prefer, and being able to release 3 RimWorld videos in a week, 4 RimWorld videos in a week. You could tell me something that happens in a RimWorld video. I wouldn't notice till 3 or 4 videos later. Okay, I can accept that happens because I have to make them in batches to make them easier to get more out to you. Fine. But if I have to wait a month, that would be 16 videos extra. You would tell me at the beginning of the series something, and by the time I read it, the series would be over. It doesn't work! The system is broken. The system screws over YouTubers. The system is fraudulently claiming money. It is being used wrongly. You have gone beyond the need for the DMCA Act. The DMCA Act requires personal takedown notices. You are giving people carte blanche flags on any content, in effect. So, to all the people who follow me, subs, Twitter followers, Facebook followers, people who watch the videos and aren't subscribe now. Come on, you want to. People who just like my opinions, because that's what being a YouTuber is. It isn't about the games you play so much, maybe a little bit, especially with, being KSP YouTubers. We are called KSP YouTubers and part of the KSP media group, so I guess you're, partly following the KSP. But not sounding too egotistical, you generally like or agree with what I am saying, or you find me amusing. Is it my face? I don't know, but whatever it is, I am somehow making the world better for you, because otherwise you wouldn't watch my stuff. Okay? That actually sounds quite nice, that I'm making the world a better place. Fair everybody, ever so slightly, who watches my stuff. If you don't like it, then don't watch it. So there we go. It's perfectly, your choice. But YouTube has screwed this over. YouTube do not read any responses. YouTube have no feedback. YouTube have no actual physical interaction with partners or really anyone. They talk occasionally to the MCNs, the multi-channel networks, and that's about it. And even then, they appear to have given the MCNs incorrect information in regards to the recent changes. Luckily for me, I'm currently under Curse as a network, Union for Gamers, and I've been told I probably will be managed, which means I won't have to deal with this shit. But I don't know if Curse really can handle a lot of managed partners, because there are real problems for networks by making a lot of people managed. It means that I won't be able to move from Curse, or if I do move from Curse, then I'm going to have real problems. It's going to cause problems with other networks. Networks are going to have issues with people complaining at them about it when it's, really all down to YouTube. And, the people who are using YouTube's machine wrongly. And YouTube have given them this machine and said, oh, whatever, it's not our problem. It is your problem, YouTube, because you are the ones giving them access to this machine and then they're using it wrongly. And people are saying, oh, just give us the flags to the videos and we'll accept the dispute. No, the problem isn't that. The problem is you've incorrectly submitted stuff to the database, either deliberately or, by accident. But the database has been completely misused. And thus, those companies should be removing stuff from the database, and if they will not, cannot, and if multiple flags are coming in repeatedly for videos, you should be able to tell YouTube, this provider are doing something stupid, ban them from using the Content ID system. And YouTube does not have a way of telling that. Because it doesn't ask you. It just gives them the system and then stands back and goes, YouTube, what do you do? Oh, we make shitty updates. What do you do apart from that? We clean the server. You provide videos for people. Well, actually, people provide videos for people, and we just run the hardware and the software. and hire the people to run. No, YouTube. You're taking 45% of my money. You know, you host my stuff. Okay, yeah, we host your stuff, and you know that, but you know, we also let these people steal your stuff whenever. Anyway, I've gone for way too long, and I just needed to rage and rant. Hopefully, you were, you know, sensible when I said there was going to be lots of rage and swearing, and you know, you turned off, or you know, just really wanted to listen to some rage and swearing. In which case, you know, fair dues to you. In other news, I had a fight with a big fly that bit me apparently, and now I've got a giant lump on my face. It's called a nose. Anyway, I've been EnterElysium. I don't know if this was really useful for you or if you liked it, because this is a lot more of an opinion piece than my general trying to be unbiased and just giving you facts. If you did like this sort of thing, I've considered opening up a vlog channel just so I can get rid of this stuff, put it on the other channel, because I realise a lot of people who like the gaming content don't like the vlog content, and some people who will like vlog content probably won't be as interested in the gaming content. So I'm pretty tempted to do a vlog channel, but at the moment, you know, with YouTube being dickheads, kind of like just making a second channel, you know? Do I really want to do that, YouTube? Do I want to expand on your website? The short answer right now is no. The long answer is no. 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 So, I've been EnterElysium. Please leave your comments below. As per usual, please like if you actually, you know, liked my brief moment of sanity. And as usual, if you aren't subscribed, which would be kind of bizarre because you've managed to find me on a video about me, you know, being completely and utterly balmy. Okay, I'm balmy on most of my videos, but you know what I mean. Then, you know, consider subscribing. And at the end of the day, follow me on Twitter because, you know, I like to be able to ream out people like CD Baby to as many people as possible because, you know, that's kind of amusing. I also did a similar thing when one of Danny2642, I can't remember. Danny's videos got claimed for Battlefield, and I mentioned it on Twitter, and amusingly enough, the head PR guy for Battlefield came across and went, I'm sorry this happened, can we help you? So it's amazing fun. Twitter is brilliant. I would advise everyone to get on Twitter and just follow people and stuff because you hear about a lot of cool stuff that way. So yeah, follow me on Twitter. Also, I've got a Facebook page, which I tend to put a lot more of my, you know, long form, thinking about this, what do you think of this, guys, blah, blah, blah. It's nice to be able to get people's opinions. And people use Reddit pages for that who are bigger YouTubers. I'm not a massive Redditor. I read it occasionally. But I also probably don't have enough followers who use Reddit to really make a Reddit page worthwhile. So I decided to set up a little Facebook page. So, you know, if you want to weigh in on stuff, jump on the Facebook page. If you want to, you know, listen to short rants and short bits of news or whatever, and also find out when my videos come out because YouTube's fucking sub box is still broken. Follow me on Twitter. If you know, actually want to watch my videos, follow me on YouTube, but you probably already fucking do. Right. I've been EnterElysium, and just remember, I don't dislike you guys. I really do like you guys. You guys have actually been really cool. And really, like, the responses to the StarQuest thing, that typify why I do this. Because I was getting really annoyed at that because it was so hard to edit. And then everyone goes, oh, thank you so much. When's season 2? When's season 2? Oh, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty epic, blah, blah. That is why I do this. And it's not you guys, okay? You guys are amazing. Thank you. Just keep reminding me that I do it for you and not for fucking YouTube. Because we're a bunch of wankers. I've been EnterElysium. And please, try to stay shiny in the face of this oppression. Peace out.